morning everyone, that's me back at Warsaw Chopin Airport, and today I'm traveling to beautiful city of Prague, the capital of Czech Republic, or recently known as Czechia. And you can see the terminal building is quiet. There's not many passengers, but there are still quite a few flights. You can see the terminal building isn't that busy today.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On Polish Airlines Lufthansa flight number LL5 is level to Prague is ready for morning business.
And I'm traveling again on the Bombardier Dash, this time to Prague, and I expected slightly bigger plane. Ahoy! I just arrived in Prague and I'm at Terminal 1 and I'm just about to head to the city, and my first impressions of the way Prague airport is organized. I mean, plenty of social distancing, obviously not as busy as usual, although quite a lot of summer flights to places like Greek islands.
Ukončete prosím výstup a nástup, dveře se zavírají.
I'm just at Czech Republic, the heart of the old city in Prague, and I'm just about to have my small COVID tour of Prague and just to see how busy the city is in the peak season and also how people follow the new way of living. So let's check this out. I'm just in the front of the National Museum, and that's where I'm going to start my sightseeing of Covid19 Prague. And I'm going to walk towards Muslik station and then walk towards the Charles Bridge and walk up towards the Hradčany, where there is a castle and the St. Vitus Cathedral. I'm just in the front of the astrological clock called Orloj, and that's another spot you should see in the old town. You won't miss it when you're walking towards the Charles Bridge. It's definitely busier than I expected, so you can see quite a lot of tourists. It's maybe not what it is usually, but I could see quite a lot of foreigners. And like I said earlier, social distancing here is a little bit challenging because of the amount of tourists and very tiny narrow streets. I finally managed to get to the Charles Bridge, which is, I would say, the most famous landmark in Prague. And you can see the bridge is quite busy, so don't expect to have any social distancing here, as it's, I would say, almost impossible unless you come in a very early morning or at night. Maybe it'll be a bit quieter. But I'm walking towards the St. Vitus Cathedral, which you can see in the background, and the castle. I just thought I would do something unusual in Prague, and I will try some vegan Czech food. And I'm having some sort of traditional dish, obviously without meat, but it's the Czech goulash, and I think it's commonly called knedle, but that's made out of soya, not out of meat. So it's really good, and it's just off the castle, like 2 minutes walk from the castle. And I've managed to get on the top of the hill in Hradčany, which is a place where you can find the St. Vitus Cathedral and the castle. And obviously you can admire beautiful old town of Prague from above. So if you want to get some nice pictures, you should definitely come here. I'm just outside St. Vitus Cathedral, which is another important symbol of Prague, and personally my favorite building in the city. Usually it's quite difficult to take a picture of this building because it's so big, and obviously the space around here is quite small, so it may be challenging to take a picture, but if you have a good camera, like I'm using GoPro,
prosím výstup a nástup, dveře se zavírají. Příští stanice Staroměstský stát. Ukončete prosím výstup a nástup, dveře se zavírají. Příští stanice náměstí Republiky.
One of the things that I've noticed and I just realized is that no one else is wearing a mask. I mean, very few people, because apparently it's not yet mandatory to do so. This is the first country I'm visiting in pandemic Europe which doesn't require masks yet, but I've heard that they will be required and they'll be compulsory in September, only in the public transport. But as you can see, no one is wearing a mask, so that's the first difference I notice. Whether that's good or not, it's not me to judge, but I'm wearing my mask. Good morning, that's another day in Prague, and today I'm heading to Kutna Hora. I was supposed to go to Czech Republic, but it's a little bit too far and I'm hoping to have a bit of a more relaxing trip. I'm just at Central Station in Prague and I'm about to travel to Kutna Hora, another place that is definitely worth visiting around Prague. And it's only 1 hour away by train, so. And I'm shortly going to board a train to Kutna Hora. However, I have to change trains in Kolín, and I've got a few minutes there, and then I'm heading to Kutna Hora. And you see, I love this kind of stations, these old style ones. I've just arrived in Kutna Hora. The journey was very quick and smooth despite one short transit in Kolín. I'm just outside Sedlet's Ogery, which is a famous church with its chapel made out of skeletons, which is quite unique, and it's obviously part of UNESCO Heritage Site. I must say, Kutna Hora is really beautiful. There is quite a lot to see, and the old town is stunning, so you definitely should come here to spend a day and just relax. I'm just in the front of St. Barbara's Cathedral, which is one of the most important Gothic cathedrals in Central Europe. And actually what is quite interesting, that St. Barbara is the patron of miners, and the city got significance and its wealth from the mining industry at the time.
Kutno hlavní nádraží, pravidelný odjezd 14:30.
Když ta dvojka, tak
As you can see, I'm the only one wearing a mask on this train, which is quite weird. People keep looking at me as well.
Ukončete prosím výstup a nástup, dveře se zavírají. Příští stanice Florence, přestup na linku B. And I'm on the top of the town hall, and you can see the views from here are just amazing. It's quite difficult to take a photo as obviously both the barriers, but still it's really nice. It's 5 AM and I decided to get up for some jogging, and you can see I'm on a Charles Bridge. It's empty, but my motivation was to get up and see the sunrise. I'm at Hradčany just now. That's where St. Vitus Cathedral and the castle is, and it only was around 3 kilometers to get here from my hotel. So it wasn't that long, but what I'm quite surprised about is that there is no one watching the sunrise. So
Stanoviska. Příští zastávka Letenské náměstí. Hradčanská. Přestup na metro.
And I'm traveling now to the airport, and then I'm catching my flight to Warsaw. Sadly leaving this beautiful city, but I know I'll be back very, very soon.
Nádraží Velklavy.
That's me back at Prague airport, and I'm traveling back to Warsaw. I always feel quite sad when I'm leaving this beautiful city, but like I always say, I'll be back very, very soon. But I must say, Czech Republic is quite relaxed in terms of COVID-19. Face mask, from what I could see, is only worn in metro. Obviously, quite a lot of people follow and wear the mask in different places. And that's me inside the terminal building, and what I'm quite surprised about is that when you enter the terminal building, no one checks whether you're a passenger or your temperature isn't checked like it is in many airports I have visited recently. But things here are quite normal, except that you have to wear a mask, which obviously is, I mean, you can see signs almost everywhere saying that you have to wear it at all times. But otherwise, not really much difference. And obviously lots of hand sanitizers as well.
Thank you for understanding flight to Warsaw. Our estimated flight time is 1 hour 5 minutes.
Dziękuję bardzo, do widzenia.